First one that I completed in this series of 4 paintings is called All That I Have to Give Is Yours. And in previous works I've used the butterflies. I've put 3 butterflies in, which is just a personal symbol for me that represents my 3 little daughters, because I like the symbolism of the butterfly. It changes, it metamorphosizes so fast, it's so beautiful. It's fleeting, you can only see it for a moment because it feels like they grow so fast and that they're moving and growing away from me and becoming so beautiful. So this figure has her hands out in front of her and just wants to give everything that she has. Just like, I'm sure, even though pain was personal to me, it's something that in speaking with other mothers, of course, a lot of us feel that same way. So that was the first one. The second painting I did in this series was called Violetta. I looked up the symbolisms for innocence. And violets were a beautiful flower that symbolize innocence and purity. And in the figure, she is reaching up gracefully up to the violets, to something greater and more pure, as she's evolving this figure and growing older and being more wise and gracious. So she's reaching up for these violets, and they're all lovely. But if you look really closely at the painting, there are little bugs and spiders and bees and creepy little things inside of the violets, because I was just, on the other hand, even though this is a beautiful idea, in real life it seems like, even when you want something so beautiful and so great, there's a little bit of ick you have to get through and creepy crawlies to move to a different place. I chose to dress her in this red gown because I had just read in a book that red is the color of the devil. And I liked the idea of her being more carnal, but reaching for something more, gracious and spiritual and saintly. But she's still a human being, And in this third painting, I chose to use the symbol of the scarab beetle, which is a fascinating symbol to me. It's Egyptian, from what I've read, and that the mummies would have a scarab beetle placed on their chest to escort them between the afterlife and from where they were, something about death. And resurrection. It's basically about resurrection. Anyway, that's one of those paintings that I paint that I don't quite know what exactly. I can't define the meaning or tie it down. It's because she's either reaching for that beetle, or that beetle might be escaping her, but she's got her hand just underneath it, and so the viewer would have to make their own connections with that one for sure. The fourth one is Minerva. And this came from, for my 17th anniversary, my husband gave me a beautiful, is over 1,000 years old, from some Macedonia collection that they found in Germany, there's some crazy story that goes with this. This ring that was a stamp, to go into wax, like a wax stamp of the goddess Minerva. So I got really excited about that and looked up who Minerva was, and I thought, what a beautiful, idea that she's this Greek goddess who brought war to the earth. So she's associated with war, which is probably where this ring was used as a stamp for letters and things during war. And she also was, but she also brought art and music to the world. And what an interesting thing that she brought both of these gifts to the world, and do they balance each other out? That she brought war, but she also brought all of this beauty. So and also I read that she has been seen holding an owl, and that's how she was depicted before. So, but the owl is a symbol of wisdom, which I thought was interesting, because she brought us war, but she also brought us art, and was that wise. So she's got that, but she's also holding the flowers, because she brought beauty into the world. So she's one of my favorites that I've just painted.